Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to be reviewing how to find the missing angle in a pair of adjacent angles. So remember, when we talk about adjacent angles over here, it says adjacent angles are two angles that have a common vertex and a common side, but do not overlap. Okay, so we're looking at these two angles right here. Common, as we already know, means they have something in common. It means it's the same. So their vertex for both of these angles, we have angle ABD, and we also have angle DBC. Angle DBC. Okay, so what do they have in common? Well, the vertex right here. Both of these angles have point B as their vertex. And a common side, both of these angles share this ray right here, BD. It's kind of like they share a wall. Okay, we're talking about rooms, they would share a wall. So we have this angle right here, ABD, and then we have this angle right here. They share the same ray, so that's angle DBC. They are adjacent. Again, common vertex, common side. So how do you determine a missing angle when you are given two parts or two pieces of information? Okay, so here we have, in this first example, call this number 1, okay, and I have some formulas up here. What we're going to do is we're going to decide which formula we're going to utilize. What did they give us? What does the problem give us? And then what do we need to figure out? So here, if you have the two parts are known, you're going to add part A, part B, and you get a total. It says use when you have both adjacent angles and you need to find the combined total. So if I had the measure for ABD and DBC, and I wanted to find the measure for ABC, angle ABC, then I would add both of those. And the other one is letter B. When you are given a total, the combined total, one of the parts, you would subtract that part and it would give you the other part. Okay, so first of all, let's determine here. Let's label, what do we have? Well, this right here, this angle right here is a part and it measures 65 degrees. This angle over here is the other adjacent angle and it measures 78 degrees. So it makes sense to use this first formula. So I'm going to write it down here. Part plus part equals total. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to plug in my numbers. Okay, so I have 65 degrees plus 78 degrees, and the total here is labeled as A. Okay, and now it's just a matter of basic addition, right? Separated here, line up your digits. 65 degrees plus 78 degrees. Start with your ones. 5 plus 8 is 13. Write down your 3, regroup your 1, and then 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 7 more is 14. So the combined total is 143 degrees. So 143 degrees equals A. You can label it here as well. Now let's look at this one over here. We'll call that one number 2. Again, let's see what we're working with. What do we have? And that'll tell us what equation, and then how do we figure out the missing part. Okay, so we have this right here. This is my total, because it is the combined measure of both this angle right here and this angle right here. Okay, so this is a part, and A is the other part, right? So if I look over here, I have the total. I'm going to subtract the part that I know, and that will give me the missing angle. So again, write down your formula. Total minus part equals the missing part. Total, plug in your numbers now. 111 degrees minus 79 degrees equals A. And again, subtract. It's always easiest to do it vertically. And you begin again on your ones with your ones digit. 1 minus 9, can't do it. Come, regroup. Now you have 0 there, and 11 over here. Okay, so 11 minus 9, 2. 0 minus 7, can't do it. Regroup, 0. Now I have 10. 10 minus 7 equals 3. So my missing angle is then 32 degrees. Okay, so it's basically one or the other. Okay, so far they've only given us right here, they gave me the 2 parts. Again, we're going to label. It's always best to label. It just makes it more likely that you're going to use the correct formula, that you're recognizing what information you have, and it's just a good practice. Total. Okay, so this angle right here measures 40 degrees. We have an acute angle right there. Right here, this angle right here measures 122 degrees. We have an obtuse angle because it is greater than 90 degrees. And we're looking for the combined total. So from here, if I label this, this would be D, E, F, and we'll call this G right here. Okay, so D, E, G, 40 degrees. G, E, F, 122 degrees. Common vertex, right? Letter, the point E, and common side, EG. Okay, so 40 degrees. We're going to use the top one, total. Hold on, let me switch out pins. Oops, Ms. V, I made a mistake. Okay, so just draw a small line. Part plus part equals total. Okay, and then you just plug in what you know, what you have. 40 degrees plus 122 degrees. And again, the missing part, they labeled A. And then you just add as usual. I prefer, you can do either way. I just find it best to write the number with the most digits on the top. So 122 degrees, being careful to line up your digits, plus 40 degrees. And then it's basic addition. Start with your ones place, 2 plus 0, 2, 2 plus 4, 6. 1 plus 0 is still a 1. Okay, so you have 162 degrees is our unknown. So let's have up here. Total is 162 degrees. Okay, last one. Pretty easy, huh? Once you kind of get into the rhythm of it, it is fairly easy. Okay, so here we have, let's label these again. E, F, G, J, K, L. We'll call this M. So angle JKM, 62 degrees. We do not know the measure of angle MKL, but we do know the combined measure of both of these angles, right? So this is our total. So again, if we know the total and we have one of the parts, then we're going to choose formula B and we're going to use subtraction. Okay, so total minus part equals the missing part. Then you just plug in your numbers now. 139 degrees minus 62 degrees equals, and they've called it A. Each one of these examples called the missing part A. Okay, so now, again, basic subtraction, set it up, making sure that you line up those digits. 139 degrees minus 62 degrees, and then you just subtract. Okay, so you have 9 minus 2, that's 7 degrees. 3 minus 6, can't do that. This guy's got to come over, regroup, 0. Now we've got 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. So our unknown angle is 77 degrees. And that is how you find the missing angle when you are looking at adjacent angles. This will be linked in this sheet right here will be linked in your Google Classroom, so that if you want to look at it, there will be other problems on Google Forms. Thank you so much and see you next week. Bye-bye.